Hello, I'm Barb. I'm the director of the wildlife department at the SPCA, and I'm going to talk to you about 3 different birds of prey that we have in our hospital right now. These are 3 distinct birds of prey. We have a great horned owl, which is a nocturnal raptor. We have a red-tailed hawk, which is a buteo hawk, which is a hawk that soars. It has a long wingspan and a short tail feathers. And then we have a Cooper's hawk. We actually have a nestling Cooper's hawk, which is an accipiter hawk. And accipiter hawks have that shorter wingspan, and they have a long tail feather, and they're very agile, and they go through the woods, and they do that swooping, and they can catch birds in the air and things like that. But let me start with the great horned owl. That great horned owl came to us emaciated, downed. It came from East Amherst. We got a call. Actually, the person who found it brought it to us. We call that a finder drop-off. And the great horned owl, as it turns out, we tested it, and it has malaria and numerous parasites. No wonder it wasn't feeling well. So we're treating it for those ailments, and we're hopeful. He still has a ways to go. When he first came, he wasn't able to perch. He was so down and out. Now he's perching, so he's doing better. So we're hopeful with that guy. He came in on the 19th. And then we had a red-tailed hawk that came in the day before on the 18th, and he had a fractured humerus. Our wildlife veterinarian, Dr. Karen Sloat, actually put a pin in the humerus, and she attached an external fixator. This is a brace that is on the outside that keeps the bones from twisting. This is a very intensive surgery, and the red-tailed hawk did fine. We're very hopeful that she'll come out of this, and we'll be able to release her back into the wild with her fixed wing. So that's the red-tailed hawk. And then we also have a nestling Cooper's hawk. I was on call that night, and I got a call from a gentleman who reported a nestling Cooper's hawk that was on a branch. He didn't really know it was a nestling. He thought it was an injured hawk of some sort. Well, when we got there, we brought it in that night. The next morning, we saw that it was a nestling. The wind blew it out of the nest, we're guessing. And we went back to try to put it back into the nest. Because, listen, we don't want to take animals here unless they're really sick, really injured, or really orphaned. Well, as it turns out, that nest was there. There were 2 other nestlings in there, and that were being taken care of by the mom, but it was in a locust tree. It was in the middle of the tree. Even with a bucket truck, we weren't going to be able to get it up into that nest. So it was determined by our veterinarian, we consulted with other wildlife rehabbers, that the best thing for that nestling was that we were going to have to raise it and then eventually release it back into the wild. Although we did try to reunite it. We're always trying to get animals back into the wild, thinking about what's best for all of these animals. So those are our raptors that we have right now this week. If you see a sick, injured, or orphaned wild animal, please give us a call at the SPCA at 716-875-7360, extension 247.